What If You Didn't podcast with Chris Evans, sponsored by JL Solutions Ireland. Okay, on today's episode, we have Kevin from Building Better Dads. How are you, Kevin, anyway?
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I'm feeling good. Absolutely delighted to be here.
You're looking well anyway.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hard work and consistency.
Yeah.
This time last year, I was probably at my worst.
Okay.
I would have been heavy on the drink, heavy on the drugs, and I would have been about 95 kilos. And I wouldn't have even been able to walk up the stairs without fucking breaking a sweat back then, you know.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go right the way back to you as a youth, up to present day, and then obviously, hopefully into the future then.
Perfect.
Yeah. So what was Kevin like as a youth?
What was I like as a youth? Troublesome. Troublesome. I didn't like school. You know, I grew up in a family. Back then I was the middle child, so I probably would have had middle child syndrome, you know what I mean? Like the older brother was the golden child, and then there was the younger brother, so he was the baby, and then I was the middle one, so fucking and the black sheep. I was getting in trouble in school, crying out for attention that I fucking was, and I only got it if I got in trouble, kind of thing, you know? In school, I hated school. Hated it.
Yeah.
I always fucking hated it. But like, it just wasn't for me, you know what I mean? It's just
not for everyone, is it?
It really isn't, like, you know, like, I'm like, in primary school, I was so good at maths, I was so good at drawing, I was so good at other things, but reading and writing, I struggled with at the time, like, you know, and you were just treated like a tick, you know, put in the dumb corner or sent out to a special class to make you feel even worse, like, you know. And I hated it, like, you know, fucking. So getting in trouble was just easier, like. But then I still was able to keep up doing my maths and what I was good at, I could still do, like, you know. But it just wasn't designed for me, like, to keep me stimulated for 8 hours a day, like.
Yeah, I was the same. Like, I was the same in school, and even now, like, if I have to do any courses now, I'm grand for like an hour or two, and then after that, my head, it's gone. Like, you know, I'm looking at the wall and looking at. Yeah, school's not for everybody, and I think the school system needs to change.
It's an outdated structure, I think. You know,
it is, yeah.
Like, it's designed, like, it's an old system that was designed to get you ready for working, because keeps you out and about for 8 hours a day, but basically, which is going to keep bringing you into the working force, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but into the rat race, like.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, that's even when I went to secondary school. When I went to secondary school, like, my reading and writing had improved, so I was able to read, I was able to write. But I was in honours maths, honours business studies, honours science, honours art. I was great I was physical education. I was good because I was always bigger and stronger, you know. So many things I was actually good at. But same thing, I just didn't like it. You know, I was bullied a bit in school as well, so when I was bullied, I didn't like it, you know what I mean? But then I started fighting back. When I complained about it, the older people, they told me to fight back. And then I was a scumbag because I was fighting back all the time. Once you showed you could fight, I was fighting all the time, and I was like, I'm never going to fucking let this happen to me again. Like, so I was a scumbag then, and I was always fighting. I was getting suspended every second week, still coming in, keeping up with everyone in the honours classes. Like, so I had brains to fucking burn, but it just wasn't stimulated enough, and I just found getting in trouble more entertaining, like being the class fucking clown, like being the gobshite, you know what I mean?
Did you ever get tested for ADHD, did you?
No, what the people say, not to me, like, says you should get tested, says you're fucking definitely something touch something, like.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. By the sounds of it, you, like me, like, I'm riddled with it, like, you know. Yeah. So
did you get tested for it?
No, but like, it's in my family, and to be honest, I don't want to get tested because I don't want to be medicated, because I think it's a bit of a superpower where, you know, you can hyper focus, you can stick your head into work or whatever it might be, and I don't want to get the medication and then be leveled out, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I even see signs of my son now. My sister's been diagnosed, her kids have been diagnosed, like, so it runs in the family, like, you know.
Yeah, like I remember when we twins were babies, like the little girl, like she was hyperactive. She would
Yeah.
be bouncing off the walls, like, and her mother, God rest her now, like, but she used to be saying, like, Kevin, we have to get her tested for something. I'm like, I don't care if she had it, and like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting her medicated. And
Yeah.
fucking, I'm like, that's who she is, like, and we will work with her. You know what I mean? Like, she's perfect the way she is.
Yeah.
And she'd be bouncing off the wall.
What's she like now?
So much calmer.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's so much calmer now. Like
Yeah.
fucking, they all are like. Even my young dad was a bit wild back then. Like, but he's so much calmer. And I think with age, I've calmed down. Well, I'd probably like me ex when the mother of my child would probably say, I still have it because I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, go, go, go,
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
go, go.
You've definitely got it anyway.
There you have a folks diagnosis.
Yeah. Done. Done. So what did you do when you left school? And then what did you do then?
So I was politely asked to leave school. And I was politely asked to leave school and never to return back to the grounds. So
That's a good way of putting it.
yeah. That's the nicest way I can put it. But
So how old were you then when they asked you to leave?
I was 16.
Yeah.
Literally the day after I turned 16, I was
You
legal.
were gone.
They were able to kick me out then. So they were waiting for the day, like,
Yeah.
you know. And they told me this. They said, look, the day you're 16, like, if you don't cop on, you won't be coming back. So literally the day after, I think it was the day or two after I turned 16, that was it. They were like, Kevin, see you later.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
don't come back.
What did your family say? Like parents or like?
They kind of knew, look, that's, I was getting in so much trouble. And at the time, there was a vice principal there, and he's the only reason I stayed there. He kept taking me back.
Yeah.
You know, you could see the potential in me. And then he left, and the new vice principal came in. She's like, Kevin, you were gone. You're on my radar. And then she was doing a big ceremony thing in a hall, and she fell, and I stood up, started laughing at her. Like, she's like, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're gone out of here. Like, so that was it then after that.
Yeah.
Then I left school. I was just gone 16, left school, started working in a factory. Spring Rose was the name of the factory. They do all the hospital,
Food, like.
no, the outfits, the garments,
Okay, yeah.
cleaning them and washing them and all. So I started working with them for a while. And then a few weeks later, me and my mates, back then I used to smoke weed, hash, but I was hash back then.
Mhm.
Me and my mates were sitting around getting stoned one day, and we were like, we'll be going to Holland. And I was like, this is like a Monday. I was like, right, fucker. So we booked 1-way flights, and on the Friday we were gone. But weeks, probably about 2 weeks, weeks wages between, probably about €1,000 between the three of us.
Yeah.
1-way flights, nowhere to stay, nothing planned. Just jumped on it and told everyone we were going. We'd be back when we were back. Like,
Yeah.
that was
When the money runs out, like.
when the money ran out. We went over. And we travelled around where we went to Amsterdam, moved down to a place called Breda, which is the far end, because we were told of an Irish bar down there. And we were said, you might be able to get a bit of work there. Met a few people. They sent us somewhere else. And it was called The Hague.
Mm-hmm.
So we went up there, we got work, got an apartment. And we were like, yeah, this is grand. Like, fucking, but I was 16, they were 9. There was two of them were 19, so we were just young and wild. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we moved into a house where fucking. Do you ever see the trolls used to stick in our pencil as a kid? Like,
Yeah.
one of the fellas looked like that. His hair goes up like he's sticking a fork in a fork in a plug, like. And the other fella was a fucking dealer. He was a crackhead, but he was a dealer. Like,
Yeah.
who comes into us the first day? He goes, lads, I'm after getting he's a super volley bag. He goes, I'm after getting a few years. Just want to test them. I was like, yeah.
Fucking hell.
I was like, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Comes back in a while later. He goes, what do you give us another 10, we tell you.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, and you're only
Oh.
16 when all this is going on.
16.
Yeah.
Fucking. But that's by 16, I considered myself a man.
Yeah.
I was kicked out of school and I was working.
Yeah.
Earning a wage, so in my eyes, I was a man. I could do what I wanted.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? That's how we justified it. Like, went over there, we were working, partying. There was
Having the crack, like.
just partying. It was,
Yeah.
you know what, it was only after I was like, Joe, that was too much for fucking someone my age. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Only baby, and you're 16. Like,
like that's when I thought at the time I thought, you know, I'm a fucking legend. Like, but when I look back at it, like the situations that we put ourselves in
yeah,
was mental. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking living with a crack dealer and fucking there was people getting shot at. Like at the time, there was people getting shot inside our house and all. Like, and there was loads of mad things going on. I was like, back then, like, this is fucking deadly. Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
when you look
Thought
back.
it was normal. Like,
Yeah, when you
yeah,
look back, I was like, jeez, we really did put ourselves in some fucking
mm,
dangerous situations, like, you
yeah.
know?
Did you stay there long? Did you?
I think I lasted there about 6 months
Yeah,
and I was taken by speed when I was over there, like, and I was staying up fucking, like, 1 week I was staying up for 4 or 5 days, another day, sleeping for a few days, then I was up for 5, 6 days at a time. Me mental health, me brain was going to fuck, like,
yeah, yeah,
I had to ring me man all to get her to bring me home and all. Like fucking, I thought me mates that was living with were gonna get me, and I was like, "Okay, I have to get them before they get me or something." Like, you
yeah.
know,
Head was gone. Like,
head was going like, you
yeah,
know, I was fucking. So yeah, me mental health was going to shit because I wasn't just because I wasn't sleeping and
yeah.
just
It's like going into psychosis and stuff like that. But
it's
yeah,
more or less, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Came home, came home, and eventually fucking my head was grand after a while coming home, like, but you don't realize how quickly it can happen, like, you know.
yeah. So, what did you do when you come home? Did you go back to the factory or do something else? Or
When I came home, I started working doing fireproofing.
yeah, mm,
Working for the company. I started working all over Ireland doing it. Like that's actually how I met the mother of my first kids.
mm,
I was working. It was one or two companies probably after I started it, but I used to work all over Ireland doing fireproof. I was doing it for a few years. They pay for your digs and to give you a bit of money then
yeah.
to feed your fucking. We were just spending on drink like.
Yeah, yeah. I've done that for years myself.
Yeah,
But in England, working away, sleeping in hotels, keeping the
yeah.
money, used to give you sleeping in back of vans.
I've done that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Slept in the back of the van many a night with all the chemicals beside me. Fucking making up dying the next day from a hangover and the chemicals.
Yeah, same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, what did you do after that? You doing that for a few years then?
I was doing that on and off for a few years. Then I met the mother of me first three kids. She was from Cavan. I was working down in Cavan at the time.
Mm,
Like, so we were together then on and off for about 8 years. Like,
yeah.
with three kids. The my eldest now is 21. And she's a mother and a granddad.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, so it's hard on but I don't feel like a granddad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How was that for you? Like, how's that? Because I always hear when you have a grandchild, it's like a different love. It's different. Like, you know, it's
That was amazing. Like, yeah, it was amazing. Do you know what? Like that's growing up. In my earlier days, I was such a fuck up. I was a fuck up. Like, yo,
yeah,
drink, drugs, fucking. I was in so much trouble. I was in and out of prison. Like, so now I have a 3-year-old girl. Like, she's never seen that side of me. Like,
mm,
and she never will, like, and my grandson will never see that side of me either, like, you know,
yeah,
he'll only, like, unfortunately with my older kids, they did get they they got the blunt of it, like, they got the bad version of me
yeah,
for then, like, and I hope now that fucking they get the best version of me, like, but my grandson will never see that side of me, you know what I mean?
yeah,
He'll never have the fucking wonder what side of me he's gonna get, fucking is gonna be, am I gonna be drunk, or am I gonna be in trouble, or am I gonna be going away for a long time, you know?
yeah, yeah,
Whereas that was their like that was their life growing up. You know what I mean? Fucking
yeah.
they went most of their life without me because I was in and out of prison. Like,
Yeah. So when you were getting into trouble in and out of prison stuff, were you still doing the same job while this was happening? Like,
at the start I was doing fireproof from probably no job. Actually, I was in and out of court on. I've been in and out of court all my life.
yeah,
In and out of the court systems since I'm in school. Like, my dad used to bring me into court when I was smaller. Like, you know,
yeah,
he used to have to take days off work to bring me in and sit in the court all day with me, like, just to fucking hear what was going to happen to me, like, because I was a fucking idiot, like,
yeah,
causing trouble even in school, like. But then after that, a lot of it happened then after I stopped working. You know, I was selling at the time. I got caught for that.
yeah,
I got I think 3 years for that, sale and supply.
yeah.
I was in and out for assault. I done 10 years for that, like,
Did you?
uh,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I'd done 10 years for that. So that had me away. So that had me away from my kids for a long time.
So you got the sentences and stuff like that. So what was that like with the first sentence you got? What was that like? Was it
So I believe there's nothing worse than wasted time in life, you know what I mean? So if
yeah,
you go in, you make the most of it, like, you get it, when you're inside, I was training, I was educating myself. Anytime I was in there, I was educating myself, I was studying, I was training all the time. You get yourself into a good routine. Like, I've built up a lot of qualifications from inside. You know, like, before I got locked up, I was in college studying sports and fitness. So when I was in there, like, I did an open university for it, like, to finish, continued it on.
yeah,
I further, went further with it. Then I was studying to be a personal trainer and different things like that while in there as well. Like,
yeah, yeah. So you're trying to better yourself, like, and then when you'd come out and stuff, were you just going back to old habits and
so before before I went in there, I was drinking heavy. So I'd lost the mother of me eldest three kids before I went into on my last sentence. I was drinking very heavy. I did, like, I knew I had a bit of a drink problem, but I didn't realize how much I had demons and
mm,
I had things going on in my own head that I was numbing from it. Like,
yeah,
so even when I went inside, I just substituted one thing for another. Like, so when I was out, it would have been drink, coke, is things like that. But when I went inside, sort of, I was brewing a hooch,
mm,
like, I'd hooch under the bed all the time, or I was taking tablets. If I was getting coke in there, I was taking that. Um, I was taking heroin when I was in there. Like, it didn't matter. It was just
just something, yeah,
substituting one thing for the next thing, like,
mm,
just to keep myself numb, and just to make the time go quicker. Like,
yeah, yeah,
so when I got out, I had a fucking, when I got out, like, when I got out, I had all the best intentions in the world of trying to be fucking a better person, like,
mm,
but I also had a fucking monkey on my back that that needed to be fucking fed, like, you know.
yeah, yeah,
So old habits start coming back very quickly, like getting into trouble, selling, just putting myself into stupid situations,
mm,
just getting into trouble, being around people, just fucking getting in everyone's business, doing anything I could for money, you know. So slowly, those good intentions were fucking getting pushed further and further and further away, like,
mhm,
and my addiction was getting worse and worse and worse. And at the time, my mental health wasn't the best anyway, you know. Like, I'd been institutionalized, getting out. I was struggling. I was still struggling with reintegrating back into society. I'd no one to talk to really. Um, then on top of that, then I'm numbing myself. I'm numbing myself with drink, drugs. I'm not
mm,
sleeping much because I'm partying, or because I'm arguing with people, so I'm waiting to see if something anything happens,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, or to see if any guards or anything's going to come through my door. So I'm not sleeping at night time properly.
yeah,
I'm staying up fucking till all hours. So that's affecting my mental health. So slowly over time, my mental health was getting worse and worse, and my addiction was getting worse and worse. I was waking up every day, wishing I didn't wake up, hating myself, hating the person I was, and couldn't see a way out of it. You know, so
mm,
I couldn't see any way out of what I was doing, but I couldn't see any way to break the cycle either. At the time, like, I tried to stop. I went to meetings. I was doing different things, and slowly, every, like, after I get a few days or maybe a week or two, I think at one stage I got like a month, maybe a little bit more, and I
mm.
was like, yeah, so what?
This is it now, like,
I'm cured.
yeah,
Oh, then my head's going like, oh yeah, yeah, you're right, you are cured.
yeah,
Let's go prove to everyone you're cured, and we'll do a bag.
yeah,
I showed that in Moran, and that was it. Like, you know, it was one
back
little
on it, like,
back on it, and that was it. Like, I
mm,
fucking, for the year solid. Then again, I was like, hadn't put down the bottle, or had, like, well, I was drinking cans or fucking Captain Morgan and on the bag. So that was a year solid. Then, like,
and
and
were you working like in between all this madness,
I
like,
was, I was back. I got back working when I was out. I got back working, back doing fireproofing,
yeah,
and I was good at it. Like, but I was good at the job, and I was able to talk to foremen, I was able to fucking manage sites, I was able to do with everything, like, but me addiction, like, I was fucking missing so many days, and the only reason places never sacked me was because when I was there,
You were good, like,
I was so
yeah,
good at it, like, and,
yeah.
like, they could put me in charge of a site, I could fucking run a team, if
Mm.
people there, like, I could have everyone doing what I had to do, like, I could read the blueprint, I read everything, and I was grand, like, but if excuse me, so there could be nights there where I'd just be fucking lying there, it'd be 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd be going like,
You have to go to work
oh,
now.
I'm supposed to be leaving for work now, like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
The birds are chirping, I'm going
yeah.
like, yeah, it's just not a hope of that, like.
Yeah, so when was the moment where something clicked in your brain, you said, "Fucking enough's enough here now."
So, as I said, like, the more it was going on, the worse it was getting, like, you know. I think I'd left my job and all at this stage, and I was still out of habit of feed, like,
Mm,
so I was just running up bills, like, nothing big, like, but fucking just getting things off people and putting them on the long finger. But my mental health was getting worse and worse. And it got to the stage where I was literally on the edge of a cliff. I was 2 o'clock in the 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd wait until everyone else went to sleep in my house, and I'd already had planned to get two more bags. Like,
yeah,
went out, snuck out, went and got them, and I was walking around in the cold in shorts and a t-shirt at like 2 o'clock in the morning, fucking sniffing the bag, like,
yeah,
thinking like, what is it coming to? Like, oh man! And before I knew it, I was standing on the edge of the cliff, like, going like, just be easier.
yeah.
It would literally just be easier just to fucking jump off now. Like, I says, there's no other way out of it. Like, I says,
Mm,
like, I can't stop. I literally cannot stop doing it. Like, I says, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, you know, I says, like, this would be easier for everyone. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And when I was standing there, I remembered while I was there doing it, like, I started getting, it was like I got flashbacks because my kid's mother, their mother passed from, she took A's. Uh, they were, they were the synthetic versions back then. They were, their nickname for them was Dr. Deaths.
Mm,
So she took them, not obviously not knowing they were them, and she took a seizure and a heart attack and died. So my kids were 6 and 4.
don't
The
believe.
twins were 4. Me eldest was 6. So I was getting flashbacks of that, of then, and me having the nurse then crying themselves asleep for fucking over a year. You
Yeah, that
know,
must have been tough as well.
that was very
Yeah,
hard. You know, yeah, because I like that with that, I had to move down to Cavan. I had to move down to a place where I didn't like anyone. They didn't like me. I was on my own. I had no
outside of like,
support.
yeah,
Once you're an outsider, you're not always an outsider, you know.
yeah,
But that was my turnaround moment, because I realized I felt like something had pulled me back, and I was thinking that those thoughts came into my head. So after that, I went home. I went to bed, and I got up the next morning, and I prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I cried and I prayed more to God to help me.
mm.
And
Were you a religious man then? Like,
no,
no,
no, didn't believe it, but I needed something. I
yeah,
needed something. I couldn't do it.
yeah,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it on my own. Like, you know, I thought if I stopped selling, I wouldn't fucking do it because I wouldn't have it around me. So then I was just paying for it. Like, I was doing my own stuff then. Like, then I was paying for it, and money that should have been spending on my kids, because I was getting more distant from my kids because I wasn't seeing them, because
hmm,
I went from being locked in a prison cell 19 hours a day because it was COVID, to fucking being stuck in a box room, to curtain twitching, watching who's out there, thinking fucking people are coming after me, you
yeah,
know? So I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I just asked God for strength. Like, I said,
yeah,
look, if you're there, please help me. It says, like, I just need strength to be the man that my kids deserve. I says, like, I'm like, if you help me, I says, I'm making my mission to help other people,
yeah,
pass it on. And since then, I start going to meetings. Since then I've been clean and sober. Like,
yeah. Do you still go to meetings now? Like,
I don't do meetings as much,
mm,
but without them, I would be dead.
yeah,
And I would recommend them to anyone. I went. I got a sponsor. I done the I done the book. I done the steps. Done meetings. I worked through all my defects with me sponsor. And without him, because if it wasn't for him, I'd be dead now. You know.
yeah. Like, it's a massive thing, isn't it? Talking. Like, I think a lot of people out there don't realize that, if you can get someone to talk to,
Mm,
how you feeling, you know, how to, someone to give you the like arm round your shoulder type thing. It's massive. Like talking, I think is one of the biggest and best things you can do. Like especially if you're in that situation, or whether you're suicidal, addiction recovery, whatever it might be. I think talking is massive. Like
It really is, but and that's the problem though, because in society people don't talk enough.
yeah,
Like, I was only saying to someone there during the day, like, people don't talk or say good things to people as much. Tell me, the only time you say something, some people say good things about people is when they're dead. Like,
yeah,
you know, and it's shocking. Like,
yeah,
you can fucking. You don't know what someone's going through. Like, if you went up and actually just told them what you thought of them, it's something nice, you know what I
yeah,
mean? You don't realize how much that could actually help them, or lift them up, like,
yeah, definitely.
and even like that with your mental health, like, we all don't talk about it because we're afraid. Like, one, you think you're on your own. You think no one else
Mm,
can understand, uh, or that they've ever felt the way you feel right now. Like,
mm,
but you're not on your own. Like, nobody is unique in
yeah,
that aspect. Like, we all feel like we're on our own in it, but there's no one that's had a feeling or an emotion that no one else has ever felt before. Like,
yeah.
it's just letting people in, like, because you don't realize. Like, I remember when I told people about how I was feeling, everyone's going, "What, you?"
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
'Cause from
no,
the
well,
outside, like,
yeah,
you're this lad, you're doing what you're doing, and
because I'm
yeah,
loud and I'm
yeah,
boisterous
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
fucking, and I talk the ears off anyone. Like,
yeah,
if
yeah,
people need help or talk to, they gotta come to me. Like, people always talk to me about things. Like, but when you hear when people hear like that, I was like, yeah, look, I wanted to kill myself. I fucking hated, like,
mm,
I woke up every morning wishing I didn't wake up. Like,
yeah,
people are like, wow, I can't believe you felt like that. You know,
yeah,
and then they can relate to you.
mm,
Because of it. Like, like, we just don't talk about these things enough to people, that people are afraid of being fucking stigmatized over it. Like,
judged.
afraid of being judged, or
Yeah,
afraid of what people are going to think. People will think more of you and respect you more for being open and honest about it. Like,
mm,
because if you don't talk about it, the only thing, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to bottle it up, and eh, the worst thing could happen. You could end up killing yourself.
yeah,
You know what I mean? If you don't find a way out of it, like, the worst thing that could happen is the worst thing that could happen if you don't talk about it is you could kill yourself. The worst thing that could happen if you do talk about it is someone might not listen to you, but someone else might,
yeah.
So
No, I know it is important. That's why I started the roundtable chat. For, it's massive. Like mental health is massive, and especially in men. And you said it there, like the stigma. Like we're supposed to be the alpha male, and we're supposed to have all our stuff figured out and stuff. But nine times out of ten, we don't. Like
we're human.
yeah, we're
We're,
human. Like
we're
yeah,
brought up to be fucking, look, bottle it up, don't
yeah,
talk about it, man up,
man up. Yeah, yeah,
like,
man up.
man up, don't
Yeah,
fucking cry like a little girl, like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
don't be showing emotions, you're fucking weak, like.
yeah,
So, like, and that's the way I grew up, and that, like, and, even though I've changed, but, like, that is still in the back of my head there a bit. Like, sometimes, when something happens, like the little voice does, like, if you don't fucking keep working on yourself,
yeah.
if you don't keep moving forward and keep trying to grow personally, like, develop yourself, like, that little voice will get bigger again,
Mm,
and it'll come back, like.
yeah,
So it's so hard as men, right? Like, for this generation of men that were brought up a certain way, but to teach our kids the complete opposite
yeah.
of some. It's almost like being a hypocrite. You're going against everything that you're taught, and it's in your head that you
That's in
believe,
your
because
DNA. Embedded
it's
into.
embedded into you.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you're trying to teach your children the complete opposite.
yeah.
That, yeah, it is okay to cry. It is okay to show your emotions. But deep down in your own head, it's telling you, no, it's
No,
not.
yeah, no,
You know
it's
what I
mad,
mean?
isn't it?
Like,
It's mad. It is, isn't it?
mm,
Especially, how old are you, if you don't mind?
41.
41. So, yeah, I'm 42. So, our generation as well, I think we were the last generation where you look at generations after us, like we were the last generations of the no phones, the
Mm,
playing outside, and I think growing up in our generation was a lot harder. Like I see what my kids have now compared to like what we went through. I'm not saying I had a terrible life or whatever, but it was definitely harder in school. Same thing. Teachers put me just in with the lads who clearly had issues as
mm,
well. You know, it's tough, like, and to break that cycle is massive. Like, you know, show our kids or show people that are a bit younger and help people as well that are younger. You know,
Yeah.
that you can talk and you can be this way. Like, you know, as you say, you can cry. Like,
That's
eh,
that's
yeah,
to show them a completely different version, even though like sometimes that little voice in your head still tells you because I try telling my kids that. But then something might happen to me, like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm grand. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah,
people can see it, like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm grand, like, you know what I mean? Like,
mm,
and people are looking and going, like, you're trying to teach people this. I'm like, going, but I'm still fucking human, like, you know, I'm
yeah,
not, I don't portray myself to be perfect, you know? I do try to teach people to fucking be more open with their kids, and I am trying to be more open with my kids and teach my kids a different way as my brand is building better dads. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
So I do try helping people, and I am trying to be that myself, but, you know,
yeah,
when something's embedded in you from your lifetime, it's hard to just turn that off,
mm,
like, and it can come back, like, sometimes you're just like, yeah, I'm okay, you know, but inside you're fucking screaming because you just want to talk, or you just want to fucking hug, or something,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. How long have you been sober now, or recovery, so should I say?
7, 8 months now.
17 months, fair
Seven,
play
eight
to you,
months,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Best thing I ever did.
yeah.
Absolutely, you know, like, so I was just after my 40th birthday that I decided that was it. Like,
Enough, yeah,
that's when it got too much. Like, so I'm looking at 40 years I've wasted, like,
yeah,
and compared to what I've done in 17 months,
mm.
like what I've done in 17 months, like I built a business, built my own, I'm building a brand
A
here.
brand, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
building a brand, and I'll talk to you after, like, that's like, cause we talked about the future, but, like, I big expectations for the, like, you know, I've, I'm co-authoring in a book that's coming out this year.
yeah.
It was supposed to be out already, but it's got put back. It's called The Start Over. It's about turning your problems into what's actually the
Say like a negative into a positive, like that. Yeah,
basically it's the hero story.
yeah,
So basically what it is, it's the hero story. So turning your troubles into the hero story. So people will look at it and go, Joe, what, he has been through that. I can do it too. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
That's massive as well. Like, you know, like the amount of people I've had on the podcast and stuff that have been through similar stuff as you, or other issues as well. And then where they are now, like there's a lad I had on Keen. He was like he went into recovery. Now he's an actor. He's just been signed up to a talent agency. He's flying. He's
yeah,
doing short movies. You know, like it's just proof people like that who have been there, lived it, and people who are going through it can look at the likes of yourself
yeah.
or Keen and say, well, if you can do it, like, why can't I do it? Like, you know?
Like that's I do look at the effort I used to put into. If I wanted to get a drink or a bag,
Yeah, yeah,
like there was nothing. There
yeah,
was nothing that would stop me. Like if it was hailstones, rain, like if me clothes are dirty, I would fucking walk in me
yeah.
jocks if I had to. Like, no, I never had to do that. Well, I would do whatever the fuck I had to do to get a
Yeah,
bag if that monkey wanted it. But then when it comes to your recovery, the early days of recovery, or when people saying, I want to give up, I'm like, go to the fucking gym, you know, because that's what helped me. That's when and they're like, but it's rain. And I'm like, you'd fucking walk for a bag
yeah,
in the rain if you had to.
yeah,
I'm like, put the same effort into your recovery. And that's what I did. Like,
yeah.
if I was having a bad day, I'd gone to a meeting. If I was having a bad day, I went to the fucking gym. There was no ifs or buts about it. My thing was, I just thought, what would I do if I wanted a fucking bag?
Mm,
I'd go for it. So I'm like, right, go to the fucking gym. Simple as,
mm.
no excuses, no nothing. Go there, and you'll never leave the fucking gym thinking, Joe, what? I wish I
I
didn't go there.
regret that. Yeah, never,
You'll
no.
never walk out regretting it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? But you'll regret not going there
yeah,
because it could lead to anything else, especially for people like myself. Like,
yeah. I seen a fella online there on TikTok, and he was addicted to coke, like massively in his face. You've probably seen him. His nose is
ugh,
destroyed from it and whatever. But he said when he decided enough's enough, he said, and he'd have say that monkey on his back. He said he used to reenact going out, meeting the fella at the gate where he met him to get the coke every time. Then he'd come in, he'd pretend he just got it and he was giddy because he just got it. Then he'd go fast forward to the morning how would I feel? But he actually wouldn't go and meet the fella at the gate.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Just
just you
he
just
just
visualize it.
he just visualized it
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
and he said that's how he stopped. Like, do you know what I mean? And I thought that was a clever way because, say like whether you're addicted to food or drink or drugs or whatever, like if you just visualize yourself as if to kind of trick your brain to say, oh, I've just been the pub board. I've just, met the dealer or whatever. Like, just thought it was a good way that,
Definitely, definitely.
another outlook. So obviously you were on the road, so recovery must have been tough. Was the gym the thing you said, this is what I'm going to do to, obviously you said meetings and whatever, but the gym.
So I had, like I told you, prior to me being locked up, excuse me, prior to me being locked up, I had started to study to be a personal trainer, to gym and fitness, continued it on when I was inside. But then when I got out, like I said, I had that monkey on my back. I had a bad addiction, a lot of self-hatred. I had a lot of demons in me, so I didn't think I could do anything with it. And then I was like, I'm getting on in life. I'm like, who's gonna want an older gym instructor? But then I realized, then when I got my head together, I'm like, you know what? People want people they can relate to. You
Yeah,
know, like now, now fucking 40-year-old wants to be getting a 20-year-old fucking influencer that has
yeah,
now
yeah.
fucking that doesn't live real life, that doesn't experience it. That like so people
Mm.
want someone that like I said, I work with dads. I am a dad, so I can relate. And people want right, he can relate. Look what he's done. He can if he can do it, maybe we can too. You know,
Yeah.
like he's 4 kids, he's lived a busy life, a job, a business, a book, he does talks, he does this. Well, if that man can do it and manage to do it, maybe we can manage some sort of some aspect of it, you know what I mean?
Well, I have to say, like, what, just under 2 years, what you've achieved. Like, obviously, I've seen you online and stuff, like, fair play
Mm,
to you. Like, you fucking grabbed it by the balls, haven't you? Like,
have to, like, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I wasted so much of my life in
Mm,
self-misery, self-hatred, addiction, self-doubt kept me, you know, and self-sabotage. Like I sabotaged anything I ever started. I'd ruining myself. I talked myself out of it, and
mm.
that's once I got my head together. Like I'm a qualified personal trainer. I'm a mindset coach. You know, so I try to use all my techniques and my tools and different things to help dads to build better. So I done stuff for myself as well. Like, you know, I help myself the way I think, the way I look at life, and I try to do the same for other fathers. Like, so they can build better relationships with their kids.
Yeah, and
So,
themselves, yeah.
and
Yeah,
themselves. Like,
yeah,
you have to love yourself, and you have to have a better relationship with yourself before you can build up a better relationship with anyone else. Like,
yeah, yeah. So obviously, you got the qualifications, you getting your stuff together, you getting your act together and stuff like that. You decide to do this building better dad. So I obviously seen you on social media and stuff like that. So going through what you've been through, you were in this space and you decided, right, I'm actually going to put my face on social media, put myself out there now. Was that tough? Because, obviously everything you've been through, was it hard to do the first few videos? Um,
so
to make that jump is basically what I'm saying.
at the start, what the way I done it was I start kind of so people look at my very first few videos. I'm kind of documenting my recovery. So talking about different aspects of like how I feel, how I felt, and how it affected me getting out, my mental health from being a recovering addict and an ex-prisoner, how I struggled, how other, and I was building up a rapport from that way. I was getting used to putting my face to the video, talking on camera,
Yeah.
different things like that because there's a lot of people out there that struggle for getting out after prison. They're struggling because of addiction, their mental health, different things, different aspects that society doesn't speak about. You know.
Yeah. So just me being naive, like your sentence ends, what happens there? Did he just wake you up in the morning or do you know what the date that you're getting out?
So my sentence finished. My last sentence finished May 2021. The 20th of May, I think it was 2021. They came to me 2 days early and told me that I was getting out.
Mm.
Um, I was
Getting
after,
out that day
I was
or
getting out that day.
yeah.
Yeah, I was after doing nearly 8 years that time, and there was actually someone coming to collect me to bring me to a halfway house. It's like a halfway house, because I'd nowhere else to go.
Mm.
Um, but at that, like everything was hard, like even coming out and trying to pay someone in the shop.
Yeah. Was it a mixture of excitement when they come to you said, right, you're going out? Was there a mixture of like excitement and fear at the same time of the
Excitement,
unknown? Like,
fear, you're afraid of the unknown. You know so much has changed outside. Like you're institutionalized after
yeah,
being in there for a long time. You're so used to the same people, same voices, like
same
nothing,
noises.
same noises, nothing's
Yeah.
more than 100 yards away.
Mm.
Then you're getting out, like, and you're going around all the new noises. Like I had to wear earphones for a while just
Yeah.
to get used to the noises. I couldn't talk. Like people were trying to talk to me. I felt like people were trying to interrogate me all the time, so it was very hard, because I wasn't
Yeah.
used to it. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be coming up asking people loads of questions like that inside, like,
Yeah. You
So,
get a smack for
yeah, I
it.
thought people were interrogating me, so I was
Yeah.
losing my temper with people. I was like, just leave me alone, like. So it took me a long time, like, and I was talking to people, and I was saying to them, I says, like, I feel like I'm probably better off back inside, like, I says, like,
That's mad, isn't it?
I'm like, before I got locked up, I knew who I was. I'm like, when I got locked up, I knew who I was. Like I said, now I'm lost. I don't know who I am now.
Mm.
I'm stuck in limbo, fucking. I wasn't seeing my kids as much as I wanted. Like I didn't really have anywhere to live. Like I was in a halfway house that I could have lost at any minute. Like fucking, so I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where I was going. Like so, and then like that, I was struggling with so many different things. I was like, Joe, well, maybe I'm just better off back inside. Like.
Yeah. Do you think there's not enough help for people getting out of prison, especially after long sentences? Like,
I think problem is with society that once you're seen as a criminal, you're seen as a problem, you're just tarnished like that, and then you're just thrown back into society and you're forgotten about, and then people wonder why people reoffend. Like,
yeah,
the reoffending rate in Ireland compared to the likes of Norway or anywhere like that is so fucking high, like,
yeah,
because they don't have things in place like they would have in other places. Like they treat you, in some aspects they'll treat you like an animal. They'll incarcerate you, they'll criminalise you, uh, institutionalise you, and then they'll fucking throw you back out without reintegrating you in any aspect or without
mm,
doing anything to help you. And then people feel lost and they've no way of coping or anything like that. They don't like. Even for me, it was such a fucking struggle just to try to get a bank account and all opened
I'd say
because
so. Yeah,
so
because you have no
I had
history,
nothing. I had nothing.
no
Like I had no
history.
history.
Yeah,
So I was trying to get that open so I could get a job. And it took me fucking ages. Like there was so much, like they were like, you need this. I'm like, but I need a bank account to do that. And they were like, well, do you need this? And I'm like, yeah, but I need that to get a bank account.
yeah,
Like, so I was stuck in limbo for ages.
yeah.
I was trying to get work. And then I was like, then I was like, what is the fucking point?
It's
Like,
easier for you to go and reoffend because the hurdles were there. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I get even from like when I moved to Dublin, just over 10 years ago. I remember trying to get a PPS number to get a job. And I had X amount of money in the bank from Australia, saved up money. My wife's from Dublin. That's how I ended up in Dublin. And they said, we can't give you the PPS number without you getting a job. I said, well, I can't get a job without the
yeah.
PPS number. So I had to fake a letter to say that I got a job from a company to give it to them to get the PPS number. But they thought I was just getting the PPS number to go so I could claim the dole. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I was saying, like, I've got money in the bank. I can support myself until I get a job. Like,
Yeah.
it's just backwards, isn't it? Like,
Oh, it really is.
and it's the same, like, like when people they qualify university or college, whatever it might be, and they say, well, you need 3 years experience. Well, how can I get 3 years experience? Like,
Yeah.
I've been, learning me trade or whatever. Like, yeah, it's backwards. Like, so you don't have to answer this question, but it just intrigues me for anyone that's been in prison. Is there anything you miss from being in prison than compared to being outside? Like,
When you're inside, you have a routine.
yeah,
Everything's regimented. Like you get up at a certain time, you go to bed at a certain. Well, you don't have to go to bed at a certain point, but I did. Like, so you're filled at a certain time all the time. Like you knew by the clock when everything was happening,
yeah,
and your day went quick because of that.
yeah,
Like your doors open at the exact same time every day. You were fed, or you were out to the yard, or you were in school at the same time. Like,
mm,
and that made your days go quicker, in my opinion.
yeah,
Then you knew, like, at 7 o'clock, by 7 o'clock, you knew them doors were closed and that was your day. It's over. Like
Mm.
whether you went to sleep or you watched TV or anything, that was your day was done. Like
Yeah.
and
So
it
you
did.
miss the routine, like,
It took a long time now. I am in a good route. I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning now. Even on the weekends, I'm up reading or I'm studying or I'm
mm,
doing work on my business or going to the getting ready for the gym. Like, and that's 7 days a week now. Like I do that, but
yeah.
and I'm in bed by half 9, 10 o'clock
Yeah,
every night.
that's
Like
me. Yeah. Getting
but
old as well, yeah.
I enjoy that though. Like I don't see
Yeah,
the point. I'd rather get up before everyone, get me things done, whether it's content or messaging clients or doing different things like that. I'd rather have all that done, or like I said, doing a bit of reading or praying or meditating
yeah, yeah,
before everyone gets up. And then I'm either going to work, I'm going to doing stuff for my business, or I'm with my kids.
yeah,
And then I'm free for the day. Like, that's the way I like it. And I like to go to bed. I just don't see the point of staying up late
yeah,
for the sake of staying up late like I used to.
yeah.
Like. I don't think anything good happens after
After,
10, 11 o'clock in the morning,
no,
Like, I'm in bed by 10 o'clock, like, and I just don't think anything, even your thoughts just go different. Like, it's like,
yeah, yeah.
like, the old habits start coming back. So I'm like, nothing good happens staying up past that time now. So,
Yeah, yeah. So obviously we'll leave that part of your life, and we're going to talk about where you are at now. We touched on it briefly about your social media and about what you're doing, building better dads, which I think is fantastic, and it's a great idea as well. Um, even when I was looking at your page, it's like and the stuff that you're doing and where you've come from, like even your transformation, like it's
yeah.
been amazing. So where was the light bulb moments? Where did the name come from? Where did the decision come from to decide to start Build Better Dads?
Basically from myself.
Yeah.
So at the start, I was trying to do some, I'm a recovered addict and an ex-prisoner. So at the start, I was trying to work with people that were like that,
Mm,
fathers that were like that, but it wasn't working. That they were anyone I was trying to help. I took a lot of people on for free, trying to help them out, and they were relapsing or getting back in trouble. And I'm like, this is not going to be a feasible business model for me.
mm,
You know what I mean? Because I needed to build up testimonies and I needed proof that my system was working. So I started looking then at dads. I've turned my whole life around as dads, and there's dads struggling in so many different aspects. Doesn't have to be addiction, doesn't have to be criminality. It could be their mental health, their
yeah,
diet, their
yeah.
their their, their,
Food
phys-
addictions or
their,
whatever.
their,
Yeah,
their physical their physical health. And then the more I got into it, like that's with people like I have a client that he's a recovered addict now. But I've helped him through that as well. Like, not saying he is better because of me, but he relates to my story. That's why he worked with me. And
mm,
I've helped him build up different techniques throughout the day. And I've talked to him, and I'm all, when my phone's always there on for him, to
yeah,
help him out. And it is for all my clients that struggle. Like, so that's where they came from, because I wanted to help other dads to build the life that I've built for myself.
yeah,
Like, if I hadn't have changed my life, I'd be dead now. Simple as, I'd be dead. I would have killed myself, or something else would have happened.
yeah,
So I wanted to help to give other kids back what I've given to my kids. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So they just so I try help dads to build their physical, mental, and emotional health. Through training, structure, mindset, coaching techniques, and accountability. I'm always there on the phone, checking in on them, seeing how they are, seeing there's anything, if they need me to send anything to help them. Like, I've routines to help them with their sleep, routines to help them throughout the day,
mm,
their diets, anything like that. And once people start losing the weight and once people start getting more active, they notice that just from themselves that they start feeling better.
feel
Like, you know
better.
what I mean?
You said something earlier there as well, which I'm banging a drum big time on one of my other social medias, is consistency.
Yeah.
Like, consistency is, like, I've got a couple of businesses, the podcast, and you get weeks, you get days, you get months, even years where you feel like nothing is happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. But if you're knocking on that door or you're banging that drum every single day,
Yep.
one day the door will open and, you get what you're chasing,
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Like that was for me at the start. Like when I started my business, you know what I mean? I was putting up things, I was taking on people for free, just to build up the experience and the testimonies and different things. Like, and then I was
Mm.
taking on people, and they were coming and going and coming and going until boom, it just
Took off like,
happened.
yeah,
It
yeah,
just happened. Then, start getting more clients slowly but surely. They were starting trickling in. Took on. I'm starting to build up a team and all now, working with me. Like, and my goal now is I want to build a brand that's going to be the go-to brand, for dads. Like,
yeah,
I want to build the biggest brand for dads, for busy dads online. Just,
yeah,
it's not just about building the biggest social media account. I just want people, when they talk about someone that trains dads, that my name will be the first name that pops up. Like,
yeah, yeah,
that's my goal now for the future. Like,
yeah.
it's not going to happen overnight, but that is my goal, and that's what I plan to be. Like, so when people say, "Jez, anyone know a good coach for dads? Have you seen building better dads?" It's
Yeah.
going to be the first name that pops into
It's a
people's
real
mouth.
catchy name as well,
Yeah,
though, isn't it? It's a great
yeah,
name, like
yeah.
it is. It's good, like yeah. So when you say online, how does that process work? So say, like for me, for instance, I send you a message and say, right, Kevin, what's the story? I need help here. What's your process from the first contact to?
So, so whether I contact you first or you contact me first, we will have a chat, build a rapport. I will see what your pain points are, see what it is you want to do, like
Mm,
figure it out. So some people just want to lose weight, some people just want to get a bit fitter so they can do things with their kids, which usually falls back to losing a bit of weight as well, so they have a
yeah,
bit more energy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They just want to feel better. Others want to get stronger, or I've had one or two people that just, they're getting a little bit older and they're training for their future selves, kind of, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So they're not fucking struggling getting in and out of bed or getting
yeah,
up off the sofa when they're older and when they have grandkids, so they can do things with them, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So I will have a chat with them, figure out exactly what it is they want, figure out where they're struggling, where they're falling down, and then from there, I will see what I could do for them. Like, and if I don't think I could help them, because like there's been people there what I've talked to, and I'm like, "Do you know what? I actually don't think I can help you at the minute, because you're saying the right things, but you're not coming through. Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
They're not at
if
the
I,
right time.
like, they're telling me this and that, but then they'll disappear for weeks. And I understand people have busy lives. That is
Yeah,
my whole brand, being a busy dad. But I'm like, if you can't, if you can't be consistent enough, even communicating, or
mm,
I do that, how are you going to follow through with training or different
yeah,
things like that? So I'm like, "Do you know what? You're obviously not in the right place. Yeah, you have the intentions, but you haven't got the follow through. Maybe we need to re, maybe we just need to come back to this at a future date and
when
see
you're
how it
ready,
goes.
like
Yeah, when you're
yeah,
ready, it's as if you clearly you do want it, but it's just something's lacking there, you know.
yeah,
So I will say to them, because I won't just take that fucking money,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
You want to
Because
do it right, like
one, it doesn't look good on me. Like, and I want, if I just say, if I took you on tomorrow, I want to see that in 6 months' time or 12 months' time, that you are the person that you've been visualizing. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, if you're visualizing you sitting on the beach with a fucking six pack and fucking having all the energy to do what you want with your kids,
mm,
that's what I want for you in 6 to 12 months. You know what I mean? Not to be thinking, "Do you know what? Where's it gone wrong?" You know what I mean? Like, I'm losing weight, but not enough.
yeah,
What has gone wrong? You know what I mean? Because it fall back on me. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
definitely, yeah,
Like, even if you didn't put the effort in, like, somehow it'll always come back to the trainer, because they'll be like, "Yeah, but you didn't do this for
yeah.
me. You
You
didn't
must be
do that.
shy because
You
look at
must
that
be
fella.
shit.
Yeah,
You must
yeah,
be shit." You know what I mean? Maybe your diet plan's not shit. Maybe your training program shit. Fucking, so, like, you have to you have to want it as much as I want it for you.
yeah. Of course, yeah. So, the question's just coming to my head there. Like, what do you make of all this now? The Manjaro. I seen there on some news outlet that there's a pill form there now that's coming out and stuff like that. What's your opinion on the Manjaro and the
Manjaro, Ozempic, fucking
yeah, the
that
Ozempic?
retina. Jawa, they're quick fixes for long-term problems. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, they will work for people, but you know what? They don't do fuck all. So You can take them, you can lose the weight, and you can look like a fucking burst balloon if you fucking don't train.
I've
You know what
seen
I
it.
mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can people fucking looking saggy and fucking deflated and dying looking like, you know
Did
what
you
I
see
mean?
what's her name now? Kelly Osbourne. Did you see her lately?
No,
Oh,
no.
she's like a fucking skeleton,
Yeah, see,
and she's
people,
flat out like she's
people like that take it too far. But if you have people that are actually, if you've got people that actually do have problems, like, or that are obese, and they're taking that thinking like this is a fucking miracle drug.
hmm,
Yeah, it will help you, but it doesn't teach you anything.
yeah.
Like all it does is suppresses your appetite. And the minute you stop fucking taking it,
You're starving again.
your fucking your appetite comes back, and
Yeah,
you haven't built up any good habits. So you're gonna go straight back to your chipper and you're straight
yeah,
back to your chicken fillet roll, which don't get me wrong, I do like an odd one myself, but
yeah,
that's not my diet. That's what, but if you haven't built up good habits or learned anything about food, you're gonna go straight back to your bad habits. And that's all that does. It's putting a plaster on a fucking bullet hole for a
yeah,
while. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Literally. So everyone's losing the weight, feel fucking, they think they look great. They look like fucking burst balloons or a candle fucking melting.
I've seen it, and their arms are fucking
Yeah,
flabby,
because
and
they're not
yeah,
training either. So if
yeah,
you're trained, if you're doing, so one of the easiest way to fucking lose weight, calorie deficit, resistance training. You
mm,
burn more calories in resistance training than you do fucking doing anything else.
yeah.
So they're just taking Ozempic or Manjaro or anything
Whatever
else,
it is, yeah.
or whatever it is, the quick fixes, that eating less, they're starving themselves,
Mm,
they're fucking not training, not doing it because they haven't got the energy because they've no food in them. Like,
yeah, yeah,
and they're just getting skinny, dying looking. Whereas like if they just went into a slight calorie deficit, trained 3 or 4 times a week, even at home, just doing body workouts would would be better than fucking nothing. You know what I mean? Because you're building up muscle. You're building up muscle underneath, so you're getting definition. Your body's using up more calories because you got muscle, because you're building up muscle. It's a no-brainer, like
yeah.
compared to, but people don't want that, because people want the quick fixes. Like people will go pay for surgery, a liposuction, or they'll go
Mm,
pay for Manjaro, and it's not because it's because they don't believe in themselves.
mm.
Basically, there's been a lot of because
I think society is very much like quick fix now, isn't it? Like we want something, we want everything yesterday.
yeah.
Don't we? Like, do you know, even like the food delivery, or do you know, like we get our shopping delivered to the house now. It's all about convenience. What's the easiest thing? Like, do you know, that's just the way society's
People don't
going
want to
now.
put people want instant gratification with things, like,
Yeah,
they'll stop getting hungry from fucking taking something like that, or they go to Libo and they go get a bit of Libo or do something or they nip in a tuck
yeah.
and they see the results and they think they look great, but
But
you're
then they
doing
start eating again. Yeah,
but you do nothing else for it, like, and
yeah,
it just falls back. You know what I mean? Whereas like something you do, healthy habits that you build up over a time will fucking benefit you for a lifetime.
mm.
Because you'll have them all your life.
What is it they say? Is it 6 weeks or 8 weeks? If you do something for 6 weeks or 8 weeks, you're more likely to carry on. Is it
Yeah,
six
yeah,
or eight
yeah.
weeks? Is it?
Six.
Yeah,
I think it was you can build up a habit in 28 days.
yeah. So it's maybe
Yeah,
for shorter than that. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you do something consistently for 28 days, you can start to build up a habit of it. Like
yeah,
even smoking, bad thing. Like, once you
yeah,
start doing anything at all, for good or bad, for consistently for 28 days, you build a habit of it.
yeah. I remember I go for like a full medical every year, like around Christmas time, just before Christmas, probably a bad time to get it, to be honest. And the last time I went, I was the lowest in weight I've been in fucking years. And they do your bloods, they do like scans and whatever. And the doctor's saying he's got this big fucking belly. I'm feeling great because I've been in the gym and swimming and whatever. And he goes, you need to lose weight. You're obese. I was like 14, just under 14 and a half stone. Felt fucking great. I was like, what size are you telling me that? Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a tough one. I'm one of these, like, I go up and down weight so easy. Like you see me, I feel like the heaviest I've been in a while. You could see me in 4 weeks' time. I could be another stone down. Like I go up and down, and I feel like this might sound mad to you, but how my brain works. I go to the gym, like I'll go swimming or whatever the bike. Um, it gives me so much energy, which is great. But the way my brain works, like I've two businesses, podcast. I've got this much energy. I'm like. I need to start something else. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's almost like I need to start something else because I've got this much energy, and my wife's like pulling me down off the fucking ceiling. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. Genetics, like I can lose weight quickly, but I can gain it quickly as well. Like
Yeah. But see, I think that's people can think they're eating healthy sometimes. You know,
Mm,
I always that's something that's another thing that always comes up with people. I eat okay or I eat good. I'm like, what do you eat like? And then they're telling me, I'm like, but do you count your calories or you track your food? And they're like, no. I'm like,
yeah,
but then you don't know what you're eating. Like, I mean, you're telling me you eat healthy and you're naming all the kind of right things, but like you're overweight.
yeah.
So like, where's that coming from? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a little things as well. Like I've got a 6-year-old and a soon to be 8-year-old. Do you know, like you walking past their dinner and they haven't finished and you're picking up a few
yeah.
bits off their plate.
That's always the binge.
Yeah, it's probably like 150 calories, and
Yeah,
you do that a few times a day. Like you've had a meal worth of
yeah.
calories, you know. So what would your diet look like? Like morning, lunch, breakfast, you eat 3 times a day, or
Most of the time, so when my clients now, I will design diets for them of a couple of days. But for me, I think I'd rather be consistent and eat the same thing. Like, and it sounds so boring, but for me, it works. Like, you know, like
mm,
so in the morning times, I'll probably have Weetabix with protein powder, with a protein shake in it.
yeah.
So that'd be just water and protein, bit of fruit on it.
Just what I think, because protein, whenever I'm dieting and stuff like that, I always struggle to get I think I have to have
The protein,
200 or whatever grams. I always struggle to get the protein in me. Like, you know,
yeah.
I'm grand. I can only eat a certain amount of eggs a day, and you know, I get full quick. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
I don't normally eat breakfast or any until late morning. You know, like I have a coffee
See
first thing.
that's hard. It is harder when you're trying to get your calories in or and like that if you're not if you miss meals. So I get up like I said, I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning. By
Mm,
about 5:15, I'm having my breakfast. That does me then till the next meal. And like just my next meal could be either a wrap, a chicken wrap that I'd make. I'd cook a chicken salad and stuff like that, and a wrap and a bit of sweet chili sauce.
mm.
I get it out Little's is only like 2 calories
Yeah,
per
seeing that. Yeah,
per serving. Like, then I come home and I'd probably have like mince with potatoes and veg, or depending on where I was working, I'd switch them. I could have the mince on the wrap and the chicken at home.
yeah,
So that's the way I only have the variations really. And then I might have something else then in the evening time, something small like,
yeah,
and that would be between the 3 meals. And then I'd probably have a protein yogurt a bit as well. And so the other meal I might have might be a protein bar or and an apple. Sometimes it's not the best, but it's convenience and it kills my sweet tooth as well because I'm very
yeah.
sweet
Sweet
tooth,
tooth.
like, you
Yeah,
know. And that would between them meals there, I'd have easily 200 grams of
200 grams. Yeah,
protein, like,
yeah.
depending on how much chicken or mince I use. I could have more, like.
Yeah, what would the calories be on that then across the day? Like,
Um, my calories at the minute so at the minute my protein is 180 grams of protein. My calories are 2,000, so I'm on a cut at the minute. So
yeah,
I'm in a deficit again. So I bulked up. I went. So if you're on my Instagram or any of my social medias, if you see me before and after, I was 95 kilos starting, and I stripped all the way down to 73 kilos.
mm,
And that was when I'd done a photo shoot and I was at my best then, like, you know.
yeah,
I always get people saying you're on steroids. I'm like, no, I just put hard work in.
yeah,
I lost all the fucking weight, like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's 23 kilos I lost, like, you know what I mean?
It's a lot. Like,
I wasn't fucking, I wasn't bigger. I wasn't fucking huge. I was just skinny and ripped, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Simple as, like, and people just say, you'll always get people saying now, like, yeah, thanks for the compliment, you know,
yeah,
appreciate it, like. But, so I went up there. So after that, I started bulking up, got up to 80 something, 85, and I'm currently cutting again now. So I'm about 83, 82, and I'm just cutting back down now.
yeah.
So, okay, because I bulked a bit too far. Not gonna lie, I was enjoying the food a bit too much for a bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Happens as well,
yeah,
and so I'm cutting back down now, so to get back to where I was, but I'd be bigger. I'd be bit bigger and a bit
yeah.
more in better shape, like.
I talking to chicken wraps. Honest to God, every day for about I'd say 8 months, chicken wrap for me lunch with Frank sauce
Yeah,
every day. Like Frank sauce is great because it's low calorie
low calories. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
and it tastes amazing. Like
Whatever it is, all the hot sauces, any hot sauce
yeah,
is low calories.
yeah, it's amazing. Like
Yeah,
yeah, and then I used to just put in like a triangle of the light dairy lake
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just to cream it up a little bit because the sauce can be a bit harsh.
Mm,
So obviously we'll talk a bit about your future. You had mentioned a bit of it there about your social media. You want to build a brand.
yeah.
Um, I'm a firm believer, like social media now, like if you're not putting your face out there, if you're not putting your face behind your brand or even your business or whatever you might be doing, you're going to fall behind. Like, so what's the future for you, the business? What's the goals? What's the 3 to 5 year goal for
So
yourself?
the 3 to 5 year goal for me is, like I said, I want to have the biggest brand based around dads. I want my brand to be the go-to brand for dads,
Yeah.
for training dads. I want, if someone if someone mentions coaches or trainers for dads, I want the first name that comes out of someone's mouth, building better dads, to be the first name that comes out of people's mouths. I want to be, so I believe what you put out into the world, you manifest, you know what I mean? So
100%. Yeah.
I want, in the next 3 to 5 years, I want to be I want to be earning over 50 grand a month. You know,
Mhm.
I want to be able to support my family, all my family. I want any needs, anything that my children need. I want to have my own home that I'll be building. I want to be able to travel the world, doing content and doing different things all over the world.
Yeah.
I have other plans as well that I want. That I need to build my brand up first before I do it. Like, but I want to do retreats
Yeah.
eventually. You know, where I'll rent out somewhere nice, and that dads will come over, stay for a week, and they'll get training, they'll get educated, they'll get pampered as well. Like, and they'll
Well,
go home,
yeah,
learn.
there's a fella, isn't there? I think he's an English fella, and he's got places all around Europe and stuff like that, and he's got retreats like that. But he actually owns the places, but it's mad money. It's like fucking 10, 20 grand a week, like to
Yeah.
go there. All the celebrities go there. I forget what his name is now, and it's like you have to hand over your phone when you get there. It's like a mixture of like a mental health, like
That's what
a thing. But
That's kind of something that I want to do. That's in the pipeline.
yeah,
It's actually not in the pipeline. It's only on paper at the minute.
it's a
But
dream at the minute. Yeah, yeah.
I need to build up my brand first. I need to build up my credibility. I have a long way to go before I get to that. Uh, and also also in co-authoring in a book at the minute. It's called The Start Over. The next thing, then I want to bring up my own. I want to bring out my own book. Uh, I don't know if it'll be self-published or what way it'll be done, but the book will be Building Better Dads.
Mm,
So it'll be the Building Better Dad manual.
yeah, yeah,
And then also I want to bring out my autobiography, a
yeah.
book about my life, the full book. So the book I'm doing co-authoring in at the minute is just one chapter on a chapter of my life.
Mm.
So there's 14 authors in the book. Each one does a chapter on a chapter of their
It's
life.
deadly, isn't it? It's a good
Yeah, it's
concept,
good.
yeah.
It is good, like, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's the coming through turmoil and coming out the other end of it. So that's the next one I want to do, will be the Build a Better Dad's Bible, either the Build a Better Dad's Bible or something along that lines, you
Yeah,
know, where it'll be just the go-to book for fucking people that want for their mindset,
yeah, yeah.
techniques, tools, different tips and all, you know, and then the full book on my life is another one. So I have big plans, I have big ideas that will come together.
Yeah, I think you have to. I think you have to make plans. You have to have 3, 5, 10 year plans or
Yeah,
whatever. I think you have to have them goals. I put absolutely outrageous goals on myself. Like you sound very similar to me, where you want to build up a brand. And like you sound like you're enjoying the social media side of things as well. I love all that side of it. I know people say it's a negative, but what I get from my businesses, from my social media and stuff like is massive. Like it's as I say, it's the way forward. So obviously the podcast is called "What If You Didn't" podcast.
yeah.
So the question for you is, what if you didn't that day decide, enough's enough. I'm going to get myself into recovery. Where do you think Kevin would be today if you didn't?
Kevin, what if I didn't change my life that day, I would either be dead right now, I'd be back in prison, or on the street somewhere. I'd more than likely be dead though.
Yeah.
The way it was going, my life was so dark, so miserable. I hated myself so much, and I couldn't see a way out of it.
Mm.
I honestly say that I would have took my life just
To escape it.
to end the misery and end the suffering that I would put myself through, and the hatred that I had for myself. I'd say that's more than likely where it would have ended up. Like,
Yeah. So the last question, the Kevin today sat in front of me. If he could go and talk to the Kevin that was, say, in a prison cell all them years ago, what would you say to him?
what would I say to him? That's a good question. And John, what I've often thought about this. What would I say to the younger self? Like,
Yeah.
because I've been through a lot. I've had a lot of shit happen to me, and I actually have wondered a lot. What would I say to myself that, like, would you give yourself the little numbers? You can suffer if you're rich.
Yeah.
But I would let him know that it is okay to not be okay. Like that,
Mhm.
you don't have to live up to people's expectations. Like, I thought I had to be somebody.
Mm.
I thought I had to get in trouble. I thought I had to be that type of person, but I didn't. The only person I had to be was a dad.
Yeah.
That's the only person I had to be. But my ego didn't see it. And I tell him, I said, listen, you don't have to live up to the expectations you think people have you. You don't have to fucking live up to a name. You don't have to be any of that. It's okay to cry. It's okay
Mm.
not to be okay. And the only people's opinions in this world that actually matter to you are the 3 children that you've left at home,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, great conversation today. And obviously, we will leave all your social media, everything in the links and description and stuff like that in the
Perfect.
episode.
Perfect.
Thanks a million
Thank you
for
very much
coming
for
in.
that. Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening to the What If You Didn't podcast. For more episodes like this, like and subscribe. Sponsored by JL Solutions Ireland.